Home sweet home. The Victoria real estate market is slowing down, and some of this data is super interesting, so we're gonna jump into it. But first, we need to unpack because we just got home from a vacation. Good morning, everyone. I am just unpacking as we just got home from our first family vacation in Montreal and Quebec. We were gone a week and it was fabulous to go away and equally as fabulous to come back home. I'm sure any parents out there can relate that traveling with a 12-month-old poses some very unique challenges, but I am very grateful that we did it. Aiden starts daycare full-time next week, and that is gonna be a big transition for us. Like, look at these. How cute are they? And we've got Colombian roast we picked up in Montreal. I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks coffee. I don't mind getting a latte every now and again, but I do find for filter coffee, it can be a little bit acidic. We are entering the fall market now where housing inventory has been on a slow and steady increase, and there's a lot of questions about pricing for the rest of the year. The benchmark price for a house right now in the Victoria core area is just over $1.3 million. And this is basically the same as it was a year ago. You can see on this chart here that prices are only down 0.3% since 12 months ago, up 5.8% since 6 months ago, up 2% since 3 months ago, and up 0.4% since 1 month ago. So prices are up 33.4% since 3 years ago, and up 39.8% since 5 years ago. Even though prices are up about 0.5% since a month ago, I do think that as we start to move into the fall and the winter months, we're gonna see prices start to come down a little bit. However, I don't think that we're gonna see any sort of real estate market crash that some people are talking about or hoping for. I just think prices will likely come back up again a little bit next spring. Coffee break. I'm on a bit of a mission right now to reduce my caffeine consumption because I've been having some afternoon energy crashes, and I'm wondering if it's because I may be drinking too much coffee. So good though. I feel like some people only drink their coffee a certain way. I will take my coffee pretty much any way it comes. Right now, I'm drinking a Colombian medium roast filter coffee, but before we went on our vacation, I was drinking an AeroPress every morning. We also have an espresso machine, so I kind of waver back and forth. If I get a latte, it can be with coconut milk or almond milk or gluten-free oat milk, any of the above. This is my den area too, you guys, which I think is my favorite room in our house. It is so cozy in here. It's where we watch Netflix. Not that we watch TV very often, but if we do, it's in this room. It is just so cozy in here. I love it. I love the shutters, and don't mind the yoga mats in front of the fireplace because this is kind of half baby proofed for Aiden at the moment. More baby proofing. This is blue tape to keep him from opening the cupboards. And then this room goes out onto our back deck, which is really lovely this time of day. I just made some avocado toast for breakfast. I was a little bit hungry, so I thought I would come and chat to you guys while eating this out here. And I picked up these, they're little dried flowers. I got them at Ruth and Dean, which is a little coffee shop here in town. I thought they'd be nice, like sprinkled on some things like this. How pretty does that look? Just takes everything up just a whole notch. Thanks, Ruth and Dean. Interest rates are the highest they've been since 2001. So I'm starting to see a fair number of people extending their amortization periods on their mortgage. Essentially, they're extending the time frame that it's gonna take them to pay back the loan. Having this longer period of time to pay back the loan means your payments are gonna be smaller, and therefore it reduces your chances of missing a mortgage payment. But despite people being concerned about the rising interest rates and rising mortgage costs, the amount of mortgages in arrears is actually fairly low, and that really speaks to the financial stability of Canadian households. The effect of these interest rate increases on Canadian households can also be seen in the types of homes being purchased. If people feel more uncertain about their financial future, they may opt for smaller, more affordable homes versus larger, more expensive ones. And in August this year, we saw 10% more condo sales and 10% fewer single-family home sales than we did in August a year ago. That could be an indication that these rising interest rates are really impacting buyers' purchasing power and therefore pushing them into a lower price section of the market. We really do need a more diversified mix of inventory to help stabilize our market and restore it to more balanced conditions. I had a listing in Fairfield a couple of weeks ago, and we ended up selling that in multiple offers. We actually received 5 offers and it sold over asking price. Now, that home was in such a great area in West Fairfield. It was only a block away from the water. We priced it really well. We did all of the proper preparation to get it to market. We had the whole interior of the home painted. We had it staged, and it really got the attention that we were hoping for in the marketplace. Sellers were super happy. We've got a super quick closing happening in the next couple of weeks, and they can move on to the next chapter of their lives. One thing I am seeing a ton of right now is subject to sale offers. So as a listing agent, I am seeing more and more buyers submit offers that are subject to the sale of their existing property. Now, this is something that we didn't see in the peak of the kind of crazy market when interest rates were super, super low and the market was super highly competitive. We never saw subject to sale offers, simply because you can't really compete with a subject to sale offer. It's considered a weak offer. But right now we're seeing a lot of them, and that is really the only way that a lot of buyers can leverage themselves into that next property, is by selling their existing home. If I am representing a seller and they receive a subject to sale offer on their home, then there's a lot of questions that I want to have answered so that the seller can make an informed decision. Some of these questions include: what type of home do they have to sell? What area are they selling in? What is the average days on market in that area? What price are they going to be listing at? Are they going to be listing at a competitive price? Have the photos been done? Is the marketing all ready to go? Those are just a few things that I would like to know. And sometimes I'll even do a drive-by of the house or ask the buyer's agent if I can actually go into the house and view it. The more answers we have to these types of questions, the more of an informed decision the seller can make as to whether or not they want to work with a subject to sale offer. Now, if you're a buyer and you're interested in writing a subject to sale offer, then we would work together to develop you a unique strategy to put you in the best position of your offer actually getting accepted. And it is fairly common for sellers to expect full asking price offers if there's a subject to sale clause in the contract, because your offer is weak in other ways. Therefore, it needs to be very strong financially for a seller to entertain it. If you're looking to buy or sell in the Victoria area, please feel free to reach out. I would love to help you. We'd love to help you, hey? Yeah.